boys are Jester, Tester, and PD7. Bring you a dose of the greatness from yesterday. Nostalgia Power's here to stay. Bring back the memories in the most epic way. Nostalgia Power. The 80s and 90s carry on for the next hour. We'll sing your favorite songs from the blissful arcades to home consoles. You feel classic video games in your soul. Nostalgia Power, childhood memories are gold. Through Mike, Phil, Joseph, and Jesse, you will feel the dream still very much alive. Nostalgia Power, where the retro in our hearts survives. Together we ignite, creating nostalgic vibe. A testament to you and I. These cherished memories will never die. Nostalgia Power. The 80s and 90s carry on for the next hour. We'll sing your favorite songs from the blissful arcades to home consoles. You feel classic video games in your soul. Nostalgia Power, childhood memories are gold. Phil, Joseph, and Jesse, you will feel the dream still very much alive. Nostalgia Power, where the retro in our hearts survives. Together we unite, creating the nostalgia. It's our testament to you and I. These cherished memories will never die. Nostalgia Power. The 80s and 90s carry on for the next hour. We'll sing your favorite songs from the blissful arcades to home consoles. You feel classic video games in your soul. Nostalgia Power, your childhood memories are gold.
What's up, everybody? Good evening. Welcome back.
What's up, guys?
What's up, guys?
Rolling with just the three of us tonight. Jester Tester gave him the night off with all the good work he's been putting in. He deserves it. So, guys, here we are. Thursday night. Another week is pretty much all wrapped up again. It's kind of crazy. Time is flying. Can you believe it? We're already on, what, episode 31.
I mean, it's the middle of May already.
I know. Yeah. What the like? Where is all this time going?
When does summer start? Is it?
I know.
Is it
like
the 21st of June.
I think so. Yeah.
Is that the official date? I got a friend that just walked in.
Who do we got? Who we have
I
guest
got-
appearance?
We got Loki. She's
Loki's lurking around underneath there. Yeah,
That's
she needs to
awesome.
get more on camera.
Yeah, give her a camera. She can fill in for Jesse.
Oh, that's a good idea. You want to be on Nostalgia Power tonight? She's thinking.
Or we can have the AI fill in for Jesse. I mean,
Zod was having a legit conversation.
That is some crazy stuff. I'm just gonna say, leave it at that.
You know what it reminded me of? That movie Her. With
that's exactly what it's being compared to. It actually was just released on Monday.
That the movie? Who?
No,
that was like a couple years ago.
The program was just released on Monday.
Is that an app?
Yeah, it's through OpenAI and ChatGPT. Yeah,
I'd be having a little bit too much fun with that thing. And we're not going to get into like too inappropriate here, but if you
we'll bring her on next time. Yeah, we'll bring her on next time. I'll I'll set up I'll set something up through StreamYard, and that way we can maybe interview it and get her take on whatever we're
that'd be
talking
fun.
about. I'm sure she'll have fun with it.
Put us to shame with all of her knowledge. Yeah, Jester Tester outdo my bee infestation.
Loki,
On a homeless
Loki
person.
says hello to
Yeah.
everyone.
Oh, there you go.
Hey, kitty.
All right, who do we got in the chat?
Oh, we got a lot of people popping in already. I saw Sox Bulletin was the first one. Hot Rangus, Jay, Game Broker 84, Vader Dave.
Talking to AI is very nostalgic.
Dave.
Yeah, well, the movie Her, it was like a roadmap to where AI is headed anyway. So it was kind of like now it's a reality. I can't believe.
And Ready Player One is like a roadmap to VR.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Well, guys, I mean, we could dive right into it if you guys want to, but I wanted to pull something up here. So
wait, there's nothing arcade you want to talk about right now, Mike? No new arcade news or anything? There's nobody wants to talk about the Golden Tee from New Wave Toys. Nobody wants to talk about how Golden Tee is becoming the new Pac-Man. Nobody wants to discuss that.
No, and no. So Spielberg, you're right. I wanted to talk about like a couple of the Spielberg movies. I mean, there's probably too many to get deep into all of them right now. I mean, you got what, Jaws, Indiana Jones.
Well, yeah, I mean, if we're gonna do a deep dive into Spielberg's filmography, I'm gonna bring the AI on the panel.
Yeah, we'll just touch on some stuff.
Let her do it, because she might remember. She'll remember all the movies that we won't bring up today.
Oh yeah, but probably my favorite out of all of them, and it's hard to pick a favorite because the Indiana Joneses are great. But I wanted to lead off with E.T. And I'm assuming, we're all pretty much the same age.
Great video game.
Well, I put a poll up in the chat.
It's a masterpiece.
And I mean, I don't know. I feel like I have to maybe defend that a little bit. It's not as bad as people make it out to be.
No,
because when I was a kid,
maybe just a little bit worse, but not as bad. But maybe a little.
Learn what you're supposed to do. It's actually kind of playable.
Yeah, it's like Pac-Man.
It just gets.
Would you say it's better or worse than Superman for Atari?
Ooh.
Well, at least in Superman for Atari, you get to kiss Lois Lane. E.T. I might
be thinking of the Nintendo version.
I don't know what the benefit is.
I'm mixed up right now.
I think I would rather play E.T. only because I don't know what you're supposed to do in Superman. I just end up flying around all over the screen like a.
Where you're jumping, or is that the Nintendo?
E.T. had a nice graphic on the label of the cartridge,
and in the main title screen.
Screen was cool.
It was actually really good, and they had a theme song, the E.T. theme song on Atari, which was pretty impressive. Yeah, then you got into the gameplay, and it was kind of.
It was just like the movie, Mike.
I mean, you had the yellow trench coat guy who pretty much looked like Dick Tracy following you around. And did you guys ever see? Did you guys ever see this? I'm trying to pull this up. It's one of the most inappropriate. They call it. It's like the 10 most inappropriate kids' toys. One of them is from ET. So if we didn't have ET, we wouldn't have fantastic toys out there like this right here. Have you guys ever seen this before?
Holy cow.
I mean,
is that the finger?
It is ET's finger. And I think
nice.
You put it on your finger and it lights up.
I could think of so many uses for that.
I mean, yeah. It makes you wonder, like, what the heck were they thinking?
I know what they were thinking. They were thinking what we were thinking, and they were thinking what Jesse would be thinking if he was here on the panel right now.
And look at that picture of ET right next to that image. Like, he's kind of got this
right here,
this little grin on his. No. On
zoom this in.
No, go this. No, down where you see it.
Oh, that right here.
Yeah, look.
He's like, you know what you're gonna do with that.
That is so perfect. You know, he is not playing. He's got something special in
Yeah, is
store.
MG?
MG's
I
probably
mean,
losing.
I kind of feel like this was probably more of a promotional item for the second movie, because the second movie was supposed to deal with probing and stuff. So maybe
That's why. That's why. I wanted to buy one of these in the worst way, and I started looking online for them, and I'm not paying $400 for one of those things.
They're really going for $400.
You can get a cheaper one at an adult store, right?
Cheap, yeah, real cheap.
Right, and it'll not only will it light up, but it'll vibrate too.
Hey.
I mean,
no, you could buy a one-in package on eBay, pretty beat up for $100 if you get one that's in pristine condition. Yeah, I think it was $3.99, because I looked it up earlier in the week. I'm like, oh my god, I gotta buy one, because I knew about them. I'm like, I need to buy one and have it for the stream. And then I saw the price and I was like, no, I'm not doing that.
$400.
Maybe he was a urologist. We don't know. We don't know much about ET, right?
Well, what you would do is, yeah, we don't know. We didn't see on screen what ET would do in situations like that, because ET wasn't involved in any of those situations in the first movie. Now, in the second movie, allegedly, the ETs were a little bit more aggressive and a little more evil. So
they come back. Like, what's the purpose of them coming back? They got him. The movie ends. They fly off. Like, why do they come back?
They were coming back to invade Earth.
Oh, is that what the premise was of the rumored second movie? They were going to be invading Earth.
Yeah, it wasn't a rumor. It was an actual outline that Steven Spielberg had written.
Really? How do you go from like heartfelt ET, super nice and everything, to all of a sudden?
Yeah, that's what the studio said to. That's what the studio said to Steven Spielberg. How do you go from that to this? How do you do that?
No, there's not a second movie, but it was like you said, it was being drawn up basically.
It was called ET2 Nocturnal Fears, and it was all about.
This would have bombed.
The aliens.
People would have been outraged, right? Like, the first one is such a timeless classic, and
this would have been.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the creepy Return to Oz sequel that came out for Wizard of Oz. It reminded me of that. How they just went totally off the wall, crazy with it. And Dorothy was in a mental institution getting electric shock therapy, and I mean, this is what, that's like the equivalent of what they were going to do with ET. It would have made no sense, but that's what Steven Spielberg wanted to do.
That's like a sharp total 180 from,
Yeah, I mean, Elliot and his little sister would have got probed. I mean, kids were literally.
He practically did in the first one. I mean, they were doing experiments to him in the.
Well, the human scientists were doing to ET. Yeah, God only knows.
Elliot got sick. He was
right, because they were like linked up, and God only knows what he was going through, and like the mental anguish he probably had to go through years after that, like when his mind was.
You know what I'm going to do for our next. ETs. You know what I'm going to do for our next the next time we talk about ET. The next time we talk about Steven Spielberg and ET on the show, I'm going to have a recording. I'm going to have Steven Spielberg literally read his treatment for Nocturnal Fears from start to finish, and make a video out of it so we could play it on the show.
Hey, Goofy Foot. Hey, I just saw that too. Thanks. That was awesome. Sorry, Zach.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, Goofy Foot?
It sounds like like that song from the Genius. Who did the soundtrack for the movie Geniuses? Something Fears.
Oh, I don't know.
Tears for Fears.
Tears for Fears. That's what I was thinking of when you said the title.
Nocturnal Fears was a planned sequel to the film Steven Spielberg's E.T. the Extraterrestrial from 1982, with the script written by Steven Spielberg himself. The film was supposed to have Elliot and his friends being kidnapped by extraterrestrial villains and ETs, and ET would have to save them.
Oh, so the ET race they were the good guys still.
Well, no,
Or
you would have
the good guy.
race.
E.T. was the good guy amongst his tribe, but they would have been
right.
But there's
I guess, because
evil,
naturally there's going to be
evil,
scary,
scary, there's evil, scary, villain-looking ETs. Okay,
Yeah,
just like Gremlins. Okay, same kind of thing, right?
Oh hell, I thought you were alluding
good
to
ETs and bad ETs.
ET was leading the conquering of Earth.
So another ship comes, and then they're going to chase that one down. They're going to catch wind. Hey,
Steven Spielberg,
these bad gremlins are here, and
well, here's a funny thing here. It says Steven Spielberg then said such a sequel would rob the original film of its virginity, and the project was canceled.
I think that light up finger would have robbed it of its virginity, but that's something else entirely.
I mean, that's a hell of a way to describe the reason for the film not coming out. I'm just saying.
Is there a chance that it does, like, just kind of resurfacing again? Like, is there still a possibility that we see?
I mean, they made a commercial, right?
Well, in a couple, I'm going to tell you right now, in a couple, very soon with the AI text to video program I'm experimenting with now. Very soon, I'm going to make that movie. I'm just letting you guys know that movie's going to get made. I'm going to make it. I'm going to take Steven Spielberg's original treatment, and I'm going to add in my own little stuff. There's going to be cameos by all three of you. Mike, Phil, and Jesse.
Do we get to fly on my likeness? I just want to fly on the bike.
I'll have you flying on the bike. I'll have Jesse getting probed. It's going to be awesome.
I want to stand there with an AR-15, but then you need to edit it out like years later and make me hold a walkie-talkie instead.
Jesse getting
he genuinely wanted to do that sequel, and the studio told him no. Goofyfoot. The studio denied.
Hey, what's up, Gallagher guy?
Said no, you can't do that sequel.
I mean, I don't know. I don't think, like you said, Phil. Yeah, go ahead. I don't think it would have. Well, it probably would have done well in the box office because it was E.T. It was a sequel. Everybody in the world would have went to see it. But I think there would have been a lot of like, what the hell was that? After they had left, you know what I mean? And maybe it wouldn't have like robbed the original of its virginity. That's a bit extreme, but
now I don't know if you guys know this, but there actually was a sequel to E.T.
Was this like in a comic book format or
no? It was live action, but it was done in the form of a commercial. Have you ever seen it?
No, I mean, but I've been on E.T. the ride at Universal.
I will.
Oh yeah.
No. That's not what I'm talking about. But I will pull it up so that you can see it. You might have to.
The only commercial I know of was the one. I think it might have been during the Super Bowl a few years ago. Whenever, they brought Elliot back. It was actually
a Progressive commercial. And going back, sorry to cut you off. I got Progressive auto insurance early 2000s because ET was in the commercial. That sold it for me.
That sold you on you say Progressive, or are you talking like auto insurance?
Yeah. Back then,
really, ET sold you auto insurance.
Oh yeah, this is nostalgia.
Yeah, right.
No,
like that's it.
When the caveman showed up to Geico, like I switched because I mean.
Now you got Shaq with who the hell is it? The General.
Yeah, the General.
Okay, I'm sharing.
He'll promote anything. You just give him.
I'm sharing my screen. Let me know when you're ready.
Go ahead. Let's see this. ET.
They got rid of the one in California, Stock Jack. They only have the one in Florida now. The Mummy took ET's place in California.
Do I have to cue it up, Zod, or are you doing it?
Yeah, you got to cue it up.
Oh, I do. Well,
you ready?
Yep. E.T. and me. This is a commercial, you said?
Yes.
I don't know if I remember this.
And what year was it from?
It's from 2019. It's the only sequel that was ever done.
The Progressive commercial, guys, because that was early 2000s. You know what? I forgot the theme song until just now.
As soon as you hear that
Yep.
little melody, yep. It's like the Griswold's house from.
I was just gonna say, they just tore it down.
What? Are you serious?
They got rid of the ranch, the Warner Brothers ranch, all those houses. Who is that, Elliot?
Oh,
Grown up?
wait a minute. Maybe I have seen this.
The real Elliot.
Hey, Baggy.
Hey, what's up, Biggie? Yeah, they made a shorter version of this too. I think that they played. That's probably the one I saw during the Super Bowl. Wow, I didn't realize it was 2019. I thought it was like 2 years ago. All right, that's freaky.
Elliot? Elliot.
You came back. My son, my family.
All right, everybody. I don't want to see anybody cry. Okay.
I'm getting a little teary-eyed right now.
It's called the internet.
I'm getting teary-eyed too.
Ah, the
Reese's
Reese's
Pieces.
Pieces.
Beautiful effect.
I'm gonna hit start now, okay?
Yes.
VR. That's right, Socks.
Holiday movies.
Hot Rangus.
I know, right? Saying.
Family.
What ET hasn't aged a day, though. I'll tell you that.
He's looking
He
good.
looks better than ever.
Yeah.
We're gonna get Elliot on nostalgia power, guys.
Hey, what's he doing these days?
He knows.
Yeah, where's Drew Barrymore?
Well, that certainly isn't Drew Barrymore next to Elliot.
I would hope not.
Well,
He ran outside
that would add a different layer to the whole ET mythology, then, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Be right here.
Pepsi logo.
This is awesome. I can't believe we're experiencing the ET sequel together, guys.
Hey.
This is beautiful.
You know what? And it's a pretty quick sequel. Like, this is perfect.
Perfect length.
This works for my schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah, Phil. Now you have no excuse. You got to watch X-Men '97. It's all done now. It's binge-worthy. It's there. You got to watch all 10 episodes, man. Oh God, check this out.
Oh yeah, that's
Xfinity.
right. It was Xfinity. Wow. I don't think I ever saw the extended version.
It's
of
a
that.
long commercial.
So they did make a shorter, like 30-second to a minute version for TV. Yeah, Johnny. I think it was aired during the Super Bowl.
But it was
I'm
a
not
shorter.
mistaken.
It was a shorter version for the
yeah.
Super Bowl. This is like
That's what. Yeah. Well, God, I think what isn't it like a couple $1 million for a 30-second spot during the Super Bowl? that was a 5 minute long. That would've
Right, but this is
bankrupt
this was a
Xfinity.
5 million. They have no money now.
The Gallagher guy, yeah, you're right. They remember in the Phantom Menace, they put the ET.
Yeah, because they're political too. The ETs are political, just like in Phantom Menace. It was
They
ridiculous.
have a seat in the Galactic Senate. You know, there was a quick
They-
cameo of the ET race.
Yes, you're right.
It was real quick and brief, but
it's there.
Yep, and they have a name, like, and I can't remember what it is. I should have looked it up. Like Sayan called me out last week for doing 5 minutes of prep right before the show.
Honestly, this episode should be about ET. Forget. Well, we could talk more about Spielberg's filmography later, but this movie, again, that sequel we just watched just warmed my heart, and now I'm sad that I ate all my Reese's Pieces.
Yeah. When you'd see a movie in the 80s, in the beginning, it would have that you'd see the ET go through the moon.
Right.
You'd see that. Like that was the first image I have.
Like Back to the Future,
Amblin Entertainment or something like that. Whoever produced the movie.
Amblin.
Yeah. You would see that on a lot of movies, and it always made you think back of ET. And I don't remember when I saw ET for the first time, but I do remember there were certain
83?
scenes. Yeah. So obviously I was probably a really young kid. There was a few scenes in there that used to creep me out as a kid. Like, even though it was
I don't know if I saw ET in the theater. I can't recall
I know that I didn't. But I had it on VHS tape, and I remember it had like.
Didn't we all have it on VHS tape with the green?
I'm sure.
With the green in the front, we all had a copy.
I might have had one of those where my dad recorded it, and I don't think I had the real.
We all had the actual tape with the green on the front.
Yep, it probably wore that thing out. Yeah, I get. Yeah, the parts where ET was dying. When you're like a 4-year-old watching that movie, that's pretty.
It's like watching Gremlins. It's
tough.
like you don't want to see anything happen. Like there was always those parts where you don't want to watch that part. It's gonna, they're gonna win at the end.
Hey, Mommy, what's happening to ET? Why is he white?
Well, yeah, but that's the thing. Now in the sequel, you'd want to see those bastards turn white because they'll be invading. Invading and kidnapping the children. You want to see
some sort of like telepathy or mental powers, right? Because ET was able to levitate things and had that mental connection with Elliot. So like, there's a whole lot about that species that who knows? I mean, maybe they were in the Galactic Senate in Star Wars for a reason. I mean, there's probably a Jedi version of ET.
For all we know, ET himself could have been a Jedi.
I definitely did not see ET in the movie theater. I would have.
Goofy went to school with Henry Thomas.
Nice.
I wouldn't remember. I would.
I start John Wick after the dog dies. Nothing happens before that.
What if they made like a team-up movie with ET and Master Yoda? Like that'd be cool.
a Timu Yoda. That's awesome.
There was a scene in ET. Remember when they were doing the trick or treat? He saw Yoda. Some kid dressed up as Yoda, and he was like fixated on him. And he kept saying "home, home, home," and was running right towards the guy. And I think
like a Brave and the Bold episode.
Yeah, because of that scene, George Lucas did Spielberg.
He knew.
Favor.
He knew. E.T. knew Master Yoda. He knew him. They were like friends. They were pals. They used to go to bars together, man. They were like Yoda was his wingman. I mean, are you kidding me?
Every time you pass the creek near your house, you make a point to look up and down, checking it for white sick ETs. Yeah, with like raccoons there nibbling on them, or
I bet you they taste like white chocolate Reese's.
Yeah, sure. So let's iron this out. So E.T. exists in the Star Wars universe, but also exists within our universe. So is Earth
it's
within
like
the Star Wars
the DC
galaxy?
multiverse.
Yeah,
okay?
right. Obviously, there's
a Batman in every one of them, Mike.
Yeah. But I'm trying to
Yeah.
figure that out. Like, so does that technically mean Earth should exist in the Star Wars universe?
I think we'd all agree that we all want to be on Earth 89.
Yeah. E.T. and Yoda met on Kashyyyk. Maybe they did. I mean, maybe that's where. Maybe the E.T. race was trying to conquer the Wookiees.
Yeah.
The Galactic Senate planning the invasion of Earth is going to be the sequel to the E.T. movie. That would have been pretty interesting.
I want to see that sequel. Like I said, if Spielberg doesn't make it, it doesn't happen. I'm making it with AI. It's gonna happen. We're gonna get to watch
And
that.
after that, for
He's
Sand
130.
Spirits, let's make the Sunman movie because no one's done it yet.
Oh yeah, we got to do
It
Sunman.
needs
We
to
got to do
happen.
Sunman.
Make
You
it
will,
happen.
and you know what the
We're gonna do it. We're gonna do him right though. We are
You know
gonna
what
do him
you know
right.
what the tagline will be? You remember how in Superman, for Superman 78, the tagline is "You will believe a man can fly." You know what it'll be for Sunman? You will believe a man can fry. That's what it'll be. It's gonna be dope.
Oh, man.
And we're gonna do it. We're gonna make that movie. Yeah. I got all these ideas for all these AI movies. If you guys could see this software that I'm currently working with that is in beta, and it's so good. Like we're gonna be able to make like feature length movies about anything we want, and it looks phenomenal. I can't wait. I'm like chomping at the bit. I'm like, okay, you don't want to make sequels, you don't want to WB, you don't want to restore the Snyderverse. Okay, no problem. I'll restore the Snyderverse. It's not a problem. I already know what I'm going to do. I'll be making movies.
They say sometimes when you want things done right, you got to do it yourself.
You got to do it yourself. Right? I'll do it. I don't
Zod
care.
is going to save the Justice League.
I'm going to save everything, man. We're going to finally get a proper Knight Rider movie because of me. I'm going to make that movie.
Could you make a Magnum PI movie for me?
Dude, I'll have you there. I'll have you there with me when I'm prompting to make the Magnum PI. We'll do it together over a live stream. We'll craft it, and then by the end of the live stream, we'll have the movie. And guess what? We'll literally be able to watch the movie without worrying about copyright strikes or anything because it's all created right there. Yep. It's not,
totally custom.
Watch parties. Custom watch parties. That's what we'll call it, guys. Nostalgia Power custom watch parties. No one's
thought of this before. Like this is all new.
This is what we're gonna do. Custom watch parties on Nostalgia Power.
That'd be awesome.
We basically create
for a Knight Rider.
We basically create. We basically create sequels we want, and we'll sit there and watch them, man. We're
finally going to get our Daredevil Spider-Man movie. We're
finally. Oh God, we're finally going to get that sequel to Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, and to find out what happened with
what
John
happens after the
Candy and
dinner. Like what happens, right?
Yeah, what happens? We're going to finally find out. It's all going to happen because of AI. Okay. Oh my God, Saint Spirit. I'm gonna tell you right now that if you could see the video, all jokes aside, if you guys could see the kind of video that we're dealing with here, it's unbelievable. It's gonna change everything. I mean, people aren't gonna. This is the thing why people aren't gonna care about big movie studios making films anymore because we'll be able, as much as we love Steven Spielberg, will finally be able to make a proper Jaws sequel. We'll finally be able to make whatever. I mean, come on. How many times as a fan have you guys and you in the chat sat down and actually thought about a better sequel for a movie than the one you actually ended up getting?
I mean, the entire Star Wars
sequel to
trilogy.
Time Bandits. What happens to Kevin at the end? Like after his parents touch that evil, they blow up. Have you seen Time Bandits, Mike?
No.
Yeah,
Nope.
Phil.
You never seen Time Bandits?
Phil. We got to do Time Bandits too. We got to do it,
guys. Hit a 1 in the chat if you've seen Time Bandits.
There is
very unfamiliar
Mike.
with that movie.
There is a movie there's a movie with Mark Hamill from the 90s that's based on an anime called The Guyver, and it's finally getting released on 4K next month. It looks awesome. I can't wait. And I'm probably going to make at least 3 or 4 3 or 4 proper sequels to that when AI becomes, when I'm able to actually use the software to make actual movies. And for my good friend Bat Dan, him and I were talking. We've always wanted to see a sequel to Tim Burton's 2001 Planet of the Apes, because it ended on a cliffhanger where Mark Wahlberg goes back in time to Earth, goes back to Earth, but finds that the Earth is inhabited by apes in police gear, in modern day aesthetic, and it just ends on a cliffhanger like that. And I'm like, man, we're gonna make that sequel. That sequel's gonna happen.
You know what, Phil? I might have lied. I might have seen this movie, or at least parts of
Time
it.
Bandits,
I'm Googling it now. I'm
100%.
looking at pictures of it.
It's
I'm like,
got
oh my god! Like it unlocked a section of my brain, and I'm like, oh
Hey, Sarge.
hell!
So George Harrison produced
What's up,
this
Serge?
movie. Like he funded the whole thing. Like, and yes, it's a Monty Python. Like, it's a great movie. Like, this is probably my favorite childhood movie. I've seen this movie so many times, like as many times as Back to the Future.
Time Bandits?
It's unbelievable.
We'll do the sequel.
Really?
Unbelievable.
We'll do the sequel, Phil. We'll sit down and do the sequel. It'll be dope.
Yeah. A lot of people have seen it.
Like his parents, like what happens? Sean Connery shows up with the fire department. They drive away. Like, what happens with Kevin?
Dude,
they just leave him there. Does he track down Sean Connery because he winked at him? Like, he found that portal.
Sean Connery's in it. Fantastic film. Watch Party for Time Bandits. Yeah,
it's unbelievable.
Sock says there needs to be a sequel to Sucker Punch.
Oh my God, we could totally do it.
The Thing.
We could totally do it. There's nothing we can't do. I'm telling you, with this video, it's gonna be game over. That's why I feel like all these big studios better get their butts in gear and better make the next couple of years. Better make the next couple of years big for theatrical movies, because
people are getting good, dude. I just watched something today, like 2 hours ago. It was I don't know if you guys ever watched Star Trek Picard, where there was a scene where they brought young Brent Spiner back as Data, and he looked kind of rough. I mean, Data wasn't supposed to age. Well, some fan took that scene and face swapped or digitally enhanced it or did something, but they made Brent Spiner look exactly like he did in the Next Generation. I'm like, why couldn't they have done that?
Speaking of next
the bat.
generation, I mean, you can play that on the Act games now. Like, guys, that's crazy.
Oh yeah, I saw
that is insane. Like,
P-Dubs had a
Golden Tee kind of.
We need the skin though. We need the skin.
Yeah,
dude, I'm gonna tell you something though. The back class alone, like, I don't know. Do you really?
Oh yeah, Socks. Yeah, it is.
It's pretty cool.
Next Generation is one of my favorite shows of all time.
Anyone that has that does he do that whole like space, the final frontier? These are the voyages. Does he say that? Because in everyone's video, I didn't hear that part.
Yeah, nobody said it. That's right.
You know what? If he doesn't say that, that's going to be a deal breaker for me.
Yeah.
Season 3 of Picard is dope.
Oh yeah.
I mean, season 3 is so good.
I kind of made it through the first couple because
the first couple of seasons are snore fests. You don't actually need to see them. If you're a Next Generation fan, the only season you need to see is season 3.
And I'm so glad they did it, because they brought them all back while they're still alive. Like, you got to see them again.
And they all work together. Yep. Unlike what J.J. Abrams did with Star Wars, we actually got what we wanted out of Picard season 3. And now it's going to be up to us to make better Star Wars sequels, and we'll be able to use whoever we want. We'll be able to have Han, Leia, and Luke together again. I'm honestly like waiting. I'm like, wait a minute. So when this breakthrough happens within the next, I'd say we might actually get this program that I'm talking about right now, this top secret video program. I would say we're going to probably have it before the end of this year. And when we do, that's going to be me, man. I'm going to be in the lab cooking up movies like you wouldn't believe. That's why I'm not really doing anything with like video now, guys, because I'm waiting until it's perfect.
You got big
And
things.
I got
coming
big
down the line.
plans. I am not kidding around. I am not going to, I'll probably never watch another movie made by somebody else ever again because I'll just make my own
Make
stuff.
it however the hell you want.
Right. I'll make my own stuff. And it's just going to be fantastic. We're going to be entertaining
Yeah,
ourselves.
you can have the Thrawn trilogy now.
It's like a comic
Film.
book where you can decide the ending, but no kid's gonna want to pay $20 for a comic book. What movie's
No.
that from? What kid's gonna pay $20 for a comic book?
Was that a Back to the Future reference?
No,
No.
Zod knows it.
Yeah, James Hates Everything did a playthrough on Star Trek Next Generation and
Johnny
on the
plays
fence to buy
nice,
4K.
big
Oh,
man,
big.
big.
Oh,
See, the problem with big, the
20 bucks
problem
for a
with
comic book. I've
yeah,
paid
$20 for a comic.
$200 for a comic book.
I'm making my own comic books with AI now. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can make comic books.
Suck
You
it,
can make
so
anything you want. It's phenomenal.
we'll start the prizes again in season 3. We're in season 2 now.
Yeah, I still have a couple things I need to give away yet, so don't worry. I still owe somebody a prize I haven't mailed out from 2 weeks ago.
Hey, I'm gonna start a 7-week giveaway starting this Monday because we hit another milestone for subs, and so every week we're gonna do 7 prizes. So get on Instagram, everybody, because that's how we're gonna give them away.
Yeah, sure, they're quoting Sean Connery on "I'll take lit tits now for 200 Trebek" from Celebrity
That's the
Jeopardy.
That was the best.
Those were, yes, the best. I mean, yeah, I would have to say Pussy Galore is probably hands down the
You know
best.
how many Sean Connery, James Bond movies there's going to be when we're able to make our own through AI? Are you kidding me?
Somebody said it earlier. I think it was saying that said that Sean Connery was the best James Bond. Changed my mind. I don't think you really have to. I mean, I think he is. I mean, that's who I usually think of when I think of James Bond.
Saying Bronson, like imagine doing more Death Wish movies.
Oh my God, yeah.
Dude,
And I'm gonna have the numbers on them too. It'd be like Death Wish 15, and I'm gonna have like all the.
Going back to canon, like I always say, like, you know,
I'm gonna make that Leonardo DiCaprio, Roger Corman Spider-Man movie. I'm gonna make that too.
The Death Wish were dude, they were for canon. Those were some good movies.
And I'm gonna make a sequel to, and I already know I'm gonna make a sequel to. I'm gonna make a sequel to Masters of the Universe, the canon movie. I'm gonna make that sequel. The Dolph Lundgren. I'm gonna make that sequel. I'm gonna finally do that Thundercats movie.
Oh yeah.
I mean, are you kidding?
You gotta give me a Spaceballs too, okay?
Oh yeah, the search for more money.
Yeah,
the search for more money is happening. I'm telling you guys, I'm done.
Too.
This is like, you know, it's like now is the time, dude. You want to talk about nostalgia? I mean, it just, yeah, capitalize.
Is Mel Brooks still alive?
You know who Mel Brooks is married to?
No,
I believe he died.
Dude, Mike, no,
if he's alive,
Mike,
he's got to be 100
is he
years
still
old.
alive?
Guys, don't give it away.
What?
Mike, who is Mel Brooks married to? Like, what is she famous for acting in? There's one movie.
He is still alive. He's 97.
Oh my God.
There's one movie where you're like, oh my gosh, he's married to her. Guys, don't give it away. Dustin Hoffman is the main actor of this movie. It's
Silence of the Lambs.
It's not Hook. Dustin Hoffman.
Oh, Dustin Hoffman. Oh my God, what am I thinking of? Wait, what did you say? Hook?
Not Hook. So it's one of his earlier movies. She is the older woman. She's married to Mel Brooks. You don't have to know her name because none of us know her name. We just know what movie she's in.
I have no clue.
The Graduate.
I didn't
Mrs. Robinson. The whole Mrs. Robinson thing. That is who.
Oh wow! No way. And she died in 2005. Is this the same woman? Did he remarry?
Oh, I don't know that.
Yeah, yes. He's still alive. Not yeah, I want to say 97 years old. That's crazy. Yeah, it was Bancroft. Bancroft. Graduate, man. People in the chat are pretty sharp. They know their stuff. I'm here trying to Google the picture of the movie cover is a woman's leg in stockings.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was the cover.
That's right.
It's an iconic movie cover. I mean,
And it's in Wayne's World too, like when he's pounding on the. That's from The Graduate, right? That same church. Or was that Wayne's World 1?
Phil is going to sit down with Kelly tonight and watch X-Men 97. That's what's about to happen. That's what's about to happen.
Start it.
You got to get started.
Yeah,
Phil.
Johnny, maybe that's it. Maybe we're not just sharp. We're just old, and we have a plethora of useless
nostalgia,
knowledge, right?
Useless nostalgia in
Yeah.
our craniums.
Yep.
Well, I mean, when would we talk about The Graduate? Like, it's funny. You say Mel Brooks, and it
right,
leads
yeah.
to that's crazy.
I know. That's why
insane.
we do what we do, right?
No. Let's talk about Showgirls.
The beauty of it. Yeah, I know. That's what we set out to do at the beginning, wasn't it? To unlock all that nostalgia that, like what you were talking about earlier with that movie. And I happened to see it, but I didn't even realize that I saw it.
Oh, Time Bandits.
Hey,
Time
Chaotic.
Bandits. Yep.
Yeah, I can still see
Hey, what's up,
I
Chaotic?
can still see the VHS cover, Phil, for Time Bandits. Them all on the
Man.
cover like that.
What a
man.
great movie.
Yeah. We're gonna make that sequel, Phil. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
It's
we got to
gonna
find
happen.
out what happens.
I think we're gonna just rename the show to Back in My Day.
Back in my day.
Back in my day, movies were good.
And I got a song I could do. I'll do the song kind of in the
Hey,
style
GCA.
of like I'll kind of do the song like in the style of Welcome Back, Cotter.
Oh my God.
My day.
Hey, what's up,
Just
GCA?
kind of have it like, have it kind of like a swing kind of thing. Back in my day, when movies were good, we always had fun.
Well, you guys want to do a quick commercial break? Go to a quick commercial. We'll come right back.
Awesome.
All right. See you in a couple minutes.
And now, this message.
His films have never failed to amaze us, entertain us, thrill us. Now, Universal Pictures proudly presents Steven Spielberg's newest film. A timeless story from the most original director of our time. He is afraid. He is totally alone. He is 3 million light years from home.
Now, ET brings you new ET cereal, made with ET's favorite flavors, chocolate and real peanut butter, shaped like E's and T's. Good. New ET cereal, a glowing part of this good breakfast. Goodbye.
You're watching Nostalgia Power featuring the bad guy Mike Worley. Jester Tester, Zod Rider, and PD7. You know what? AI is going to make my long-awaited horror movie ET sequel, guys. Deal with it.
I miss that ET cereal so much. Like, I do anything to eat.
Yeah, we didn't even touch on the cereal yet.
They need
Or you
to
could
bring
buy, Phil. You could buy a box on eBay for
After
100.
watching
You
that
get
clown,
an AI printer and let AI print you up a box of ET cereal, and you'll be all good.
that aftertaste of that peanut butter. I'll never forget it.
Yep. Yeah, it's sad that they don't have. Everything had its own cereal back then.
The finger in the cereal. The finger.
Something I wanted to bring up. Oh yeah, of course, E.T. was composed by John Williams. I mean,
he did everything.
Yeah, and all of it was just top of the line.
Did he do Indiana Jones too? He did Indiana Jones, Superman, Star Wars,
E.T. Was he Back to the Future also?
No, that was Alan Silvestri.
Okay.
And Huey Lewis and
yeah.
You guys are just too damn loud.
Next, please. Next.
So we pretty much covered. I don't know. Their ET never really produced that much of a toy line, other than the weird, little finger.
Wait,
thing.
you didn't have a plush ET?
I didn't have one, but I always remember when I was a kid, my cousins had one, and we used to go over to their house and play all the time. And it was always sitting, because they always used to make their bed. They were like a real prim and proper family. Like, we didn't really make our beds, but they always did. And ET always sat right in the middle between the two pillows. And I always wanted one, but I never had one.
You could really mess them up if you would have reversed those two pillows and moved ET.
I mean, they probably would have got in trouble. But they're all very successful people right now, so I guess my aunt and uncle knew what they were doing.
Sounds like it.
Yep. What are you talking about here? The Last Starfighter. That's
oh yeah, what a great film.
Yeah,
I haven't seen that in a long time. Wait, your mom brought you home from work a hooky copy of ET, worn out on VHS, where not even the tracking would save you. What's a hooky copy of ET? What does that mean? Does that mean like a bootleg? Yeah. Last Starfighter, instant classic. And they made an NES game of that, and I don't think it was very good. Oh, and speaking of NES games, okay, I want to share this real quick. So I did just hit a milestone in the NES collecting world. I just hit over 500 cartridges now.
You have 500 Nintendo.
Name them all.
I'm up at five. I'm up.
Let's go.
502 is where I'm officially at. I just got 4 of them this week. You'll never guess what the game number 500 is. You want? It's the most. It's hilarious. This would happen to be number 500. I don't know if you can see it. Mickey Mouse letters in Safari, or Safari in Letterland. This is NES game number 500.
Great find.
I know.
Yeah,
I got it for like $9 or something like that. But hey, it doesn't matter how, right? It just matters how many.
You only need what? You only need like what? 100 and less than 150 now?
It depends on what list you go by. There's official, and then there's like including the unofficial.
Screw the unofficial ones. Who cares?
The
you have more than
games.
You have more than Tech Buzz.
I would say so. I would have to.
I know
he just started a year or two ago. But he's buying like 30 or 40 a week or something.
Well,
See, I'm doing it like the natural way, just like throughout. Not to discredit.
I didn't think it was like 900 plus official.
No, I think the number I heard was like 800 some, but I don't remember if that is licensed, if that includes the unlicensed games, like the 10-gen games and games like that. Actually,
Okay.
Chaotic. Me and my buddy used to play that WWF Steel Cage Challenge all the time when we were kids. And I remember buying it. That was when I first started collecting NES games. That was one of the first ones I bought because I remember playing it as a kid. And I was
You're only going for North American titles, right?
Yeah, I'm not doing like Europe.
837.
Well, Chaotic saying 842.
Maybe that was a Golgo 13. I do. I have that one, Jay. 900. Yeah, it's the numbers vary, but Zod, yeah, the number you just said 837. That's the one I always go off of.
But if you bought every GI Joe, like what would you do with all of it though? Like there's so much. What would you do with that
That's the
aircraft carrier?
problem.
I know. What would you do with it?
They're
Nothing.
it's just taking up space.
I
Look
don't even
at
know
it
if
for
you
a
could
few
fit it
years
in
and
this
sell
room.
it.
Like this is like an 11 by 11 room. I don't know if it could all fit in here. Think about it. Every vehicle.
Yeah, I mean, with your arcades, I mean, something would have to go, Phil.
Yeah, I don't know if I give up any. You know, the nice thing about not buying any arcades in the last, like, I think Dragon's Lair was the last one I bought.
You have all this money, you don't know what to do.
Well, no,
with
I
it.
don't have. Well, no, I invested in mods. I went, you know, the Buy Stuff Racer. I did a bunch of 19-inch monitors. We got the inline riser.
This is all things you wouldn't have done if you were still buying cabs, you know.
Well, if I would have bought KI Pro, like I wouldn't have been able to do any of these mods. And it's nice because I don't have to get rid of anything. Like we're not going to get anything for our any cabinets. Mike, you know that. I mean, what did you get for NBA
you
Jam
don't get
250?
nothing. You don't get nothing for
yeah,
mod.
and I was
I don't wanna
happy with
give
that.
something
I was happy
away.
with that.
If it's $2.99, saying I'll get it, and if it's $1.99, Zod will get it.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Time Crisis to come down to $4.99. I think it's going to happen pretty soon because it's been on Amazon for a while. I bet you by this time,
I'll tell you what,
it'll go down to $4.99.
If you bought Time Crisis for $4.99 or less, I would do that retro shooter mod. I'd put the 19-inch monitor in it. I'd put the retro. I'd change it up for that.
That'd be worth it. Yeah.
If you didn't have one
Phil,
already,
did you see the guy that converted? I don't think it was Time Crisis. I think he used a big buck hunter. I think his name is addicted to One Up or something. He turned it into a Lethal Enforcer.
Is that who did it? I didn't know who did it.
I think his name is
Facebook.
Addicted to One Up or Addicted to Arcade One Up.
Yeah, I couldn't tell what he used.
Yeah, it was crazy. I just stumbled across it today. I'm like, oh my God.
It's cool. You know, he also put that riser booster in his Fast and Furious. So it comes with this middle panel because there's a gap. So you get an extra like Fast and Furious logo right under the deck. It looked pretty cool.
I mean, maybe that's where we go with it now. Just
that's dope.
Upgrading, modifying, and
well, it's just that is coming out. Like I think it's just there's some value there.
Like I did with I bought that used Final Fight and transformed it into Ghosts and Goblins.
And you put you have the racing mod. You know.
Mm-hmm. That made that cabinet 100 times more playable. I mean, I probably devalued it a whole lot because apparently Outrun to sit down.
I had a comment in the review, and the gentleman said, "I don't understand why you sold Ridge Racer if you put the same mod in Fast and Furious because I have a problem. Like I can't stop buying these cabinets. Like you understand this hobby's crazy. Like I didn't know how to answer it.
you need to go into rehab, Phil.
Guys, I mean, we have to make room. Like, I said, how do you think I funded Time Crisis? It's $7.49. Like, I mean, who's got $7.49?
Not on Amazon. It's not $7.49.
Well, it was at the time. What is it? $6.49 now.
I'm telling you, it goes down to $4.99.
You're jumping.
Yeah.
I think that's a great price.
I will make the exception. I will make the exception for Time Crisis. And I know it's big, and I have no idea where I'll put it in my little apartment, but I will find a way.
Yeah, that's
that price.
That's it, Gallagher guy. When they keep rehashing the same things, you just left to modify them to get what you want.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think it was Chaotic.
The gym stays
the
stock.
NHL
I can't
get rid of the gym.
I can't. Geez. It's there's things you don't see like on YouTube. Like trust me, I am in that gym that is like my go-to place. It's there's just something about being down there.
This NBA or one-ups are cheap in marketplace here. Oh wow, Turtles in Time for 300.
I've got a game that's like Time Crisis in VR, Galaga guy. It's called Crisis Brigade, and it is awesome in VR. I mean, you talk about a game that, I mean, you literally feel like you have the gun in your hand, and it is intense when you are getting shot at and stuff in VR. Oh my God, it is crazy.
Johnny, did you get a replacement on that SD card yet? Are you still waiting on one?
Oh, I got to give you an update on your on the box that you sent me. I got to give you an update, Phil.
So Zod has the box that stopped working. I sent him and he's got the original box.
Okay, well, here it goes. Here's the update. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. I tried. I want to say I tried 5 or 6 different power supplies, and the fan blows like it's an air conditioner or a hair dryer.
Yeah, I can hear it.
And it does what it did for you on your video, where you get those 2 logos, and then it just goes black and doesn't do anything. And it's not the SD card, because the SD card is fine. The SD card still has all the ROMs on it, has everything. It's perfectly fine. The SD card, I verified the SD card. It's fine. The problem is that I think that the box just overheated, and now you can't get it to run anymore. I've tried.
See, I'm not going to do another update again. I'm done because that's. Guys, I did.
Well, you have all the games you wanted, right? Now that you know, wasn't the only other game you wanted was the Aerosmith game? Yeah, Revolution X.
So hold on. Let me just really quick, because I don't. Before Johnny, just if Johnny leaves, Johnny message me on Instagram and just send me your address again. I don't know if I can find it through everything that we've done in the past. I'll send you. I have. Quarter Deck made me that one card. I'll send you the card he has. Are you updated? Have you done the updates to get to, like, what is that supposed to be? 4.3, 4.2, whatever? Because I think you have to have the updates for that card to work. But I'll send you that one.
The card is great. I actually put the card in my handheld, and I was able to run the games right off of the card.
Does it look like it does on the retro shooter? Like, there's 519 pages. Do you see that?
No, you put it in, and the games come up in the program that I have that will allow you to access the ROMs. The ROMs come up, and you get them all, and I got like box art for all the ROMs, and they come up, and I can play whatever I want. The card works. The card's great, but it's just the box itself. The box itself is, I think it just overheated. I think if you fried the I don't know how often you play it, Phil, but I think you fried the you fried the circuitry, the processor.
It was the update.
It was the update. Okay.
I did.
So that's when it went haywire, was after you did the update.
Yeah, well, Quarter Deck said that you'd had to keep, he was trying to help Brian and me out. Like, he was messaging us, like he was tagging both of us in his postings on YouTube. And he said you're gonna have to reset it a couple of times. So maybe I did it, but yeah, I'll send you the just send me your address. Just message me on Instagram, Johnny. I got a couple of them. Wow. So Buy Stuff lend me their box. I don't know if I'm supposed to send it back. I'm not up. I'm not
wait
doing
until they
update.
ask. Right.
I'm just. We'll see what he says.
Phil is done.
I thought you gave it.
Phil's done. He's got everything in his machine. He's not changing
I have
nothing.
Another one. I got one from Retro Shooter, but it's not going to have Revolution X on it. So if Buy Stuff wants one back, I'll send him the new one.
Oh wow.
I don't want to lose.
If they don't want it back, what are you going to do with it?
Well, no. If Buy Stuff's letting me keep it, I'm not taking it out of T2, but I have a brand new one behind me, right in that box.
So if Buy
right
Stuff
there.
Wants it back, you'll just send them the new one.
I'll send them the new one.
And if they don't want it back, you got an extra box if something goes wrong.
I'll do some more videos on your stuff. Like, just give me the card.
Yeah, you just that's perfect. If you like, what it is if they let you keep that, then you have a backup in case that something goes wrong with that, and you can just swap the boxes if you have to. But yeah, currently you're in good shape. But I don't know. I'm going to figure it out. There's got to be something I could do. I just haven't figured it out exactly. But it does, it just sounds like a vacuum cleaner with whatever power supply I use. So I'm worried because I'm like, and those power supplies for those Pandora boxes are all the same. They're all, cheap, power supplies. They don't really.
It's a shame. I was upset because I was going to do the review on that monitor, and then I fried the stinking thing. I can't even do the video. Buy stuff bails me out. I mean, Retro Shooter sent me a new one. Like after a week of like communicating with them.
I love Retro Shooter. That is awesome.
They're totally cool. I'm gonna tell you right now, like, I think I did it myself. I think I screwed it up, but they sent me a new one.
Yeah. I mean, Mike,
are you thinking about doing this to your?
I'm gonna do it and just connect it all to my TV.
I've been thinking about it.
I'm not gonna
just sitting there.
Put it in the cabinet.
The only thing that's holding me back is just like, do I really feel like going through all that again? I mean, not that it was that much of a pain in the ass to do it to Outrun.
It's gonna cost you $500 to do it to T2. I'm not gonna lie about it. It's $500.
We'll see how the summer progresses.
Mike, just get the Retro Shooter kit and hook it up on one of your TVs,
but
man.
The rat's nest of cords, guys. Like Zod, it is a mess. Just picture this box and having all these cords everywhere coming out of it. Like, how do you even operate? The back of my T2 is a nightmare.
God, yeah. You did some like Houdini type magicianry.
I don't know if I want to do that again in Time Crisis. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, no. Although, what do you mean for the 19-inch? For just putting the 19?
No, if I wanted to put the Retro Shooter in Time Crisis,
I wouldn't.
First of all, it's going to be another $500. You're going to need the control,
and you're going to lose the arcade. You're going to lose the arcade version.
I know. I'm going to put a 19-inch monitor in there, but I'm not going to.
You're going to just.
Why would I have that? Why would I have it in two of them? It doesn't make any sense. I have it in T2,
and it's great in T2, so you don't need to do it to Time Crisis. You keep Time Crisis stock outside of the 19-inch monitor.
You can say the same about the Star Wars racing box in Fast and Furious. But Star Wars has flight games and shooting games. You have 226 on there. Fast and Furious is 205. So there it is. Mike, we have the same racing.
Yeah.
But the Star Wars. So that's why you could have both on that. But they have two of the same retro.
Yeah, forget Golden Tee. I don't ever want to hear about Golden Tee. When New Wave announced Golden Tee, I was like, wow. I'm like, when are we?
I'm going to talk about it in the Monday video just a little bit, but there's good and bad, guys. It's more competition.
It's definitely bad.
Just look at it this way: it gives Arcade One Up competition. So now it will, they'll do something, right?
Yeah, I hope so.
Because they don't care about Golden Tee.
Why would you buy the New Wave toys when you can just get the Arcade One Up Deluxe?
Get the full. Right, the full
version. The trackball is going to be better on Glenn's. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it.
Oh, yeah.
But it's just like the Retro Shooter. You're going to put it on the table and plug it into a TV and have a cord running.
You have a bunch of cords everywhere.
Think about it. Like, I don't understand what's so exciting about it.
I don't either. I was when I saw the announcement, I literally almost fell into a waking coma. Watching it, I was like, is this for real? Like, is this really their big announcement?
Glenn's trackball is going to be good. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, Glenn is top quality.
Why don't you just get the Arcade One Up and just have an arcade? I don't know.
It's
the same games, right? Is it the same games?
Put Glenn's trackball in it.
Way worse than Black Hole Pinball. That's right.
Oh, God.
Pinball. See you, Surge.
See you, Surge.
Surge.
I don't know. Well, I mean, it gives people who just want to have it.
Well, you've got Golden Tee. And so who is this new wave? Who do you think this new wave toys one is targeting?
I think it's people who want to have hey James, who want to have friends over and have a game night, Friday night, Thursday night, Saturday night, have people over, hey, check it. Let's all play some games. I think it's that is are you gonna get it, Zod? Right now, put it on your coffee table and play on your.
Yeah, that would be a little bit crazy to play
Yeah.
on a big scale. I don't know how well that would play. I mean, if you're gonna do that, give us a
Joe,
6-player X-Men.
I literally
No.
What are we
But no,
doing?
Glenn is making that deck. So guys, so you spend the $329 for the right, and then you buy the deck is totally different from what I understand. You buy that from Glenn, right? The control deck doesn't come with this. So you already spent $329 for the new wave, and then how much is the
you spend another
$300
$600 on Glenn's deck.
So just watch James's video, get the deluxe, and then you have the stinking thing on an arcade. Like I don't get it.
I don't get it
for
either.
$4.99, and go to Kohl's and get $100 Kohl's cash.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Stock Jock nailed it. I mean, just like all new wave toys, once you play it, I mean, they are cool, and I have a couple of them back there. I mean, I spent $300 on that damn TMNT.
You know who I think should put out. You know who I think should put out a golden tee. Not for nothing, I think My Arcade should put out a golden tee with a cheap little trackball.
It's $3.99 for both. Okay, well that's different. It's $3.99 for the deck and the Replicade. So let me go back. Let me hop in the DeLorean. We're going back in time. So it's competition for Arcade 1-Up. It's good, guys. It's good. This is
so the moral of the story here is
thanks, Johnny.
Choose Glenn over Arcade 1-Up. That's the moral of the story here, because you're going to get a better quality trackball.
What's going to be Arcade 1-Up's big counter to this? I can't wait.
Robotron 2084.
I mean,
of course,
we're already going on almost.
They're gonna do a Xeno. They're gonna do a Xeno. They're gonna do a Xeno Crisis cabinet.
All right, Zero Redux, $430 with shipping. So $249 for just $249 for just Replicade, and then $430 for both with shipping.
Wow.
So Zero Redux is in the chat. He is lobbying buy stuff for Sad. You like this? For a 19-inch touchscreen Wheel of Fortune monitor. Think about it.
No way.
Oh yeah, touchscreen. Yeah.
What do you mean he's lobbying? He's in communication with them to try to
he's
them
pushing
into
them.
doing this.
Think about it. David told me
because it's like you said in your video, you could swap out the monitor, but it's not touchscreen. So
we learned that from Jesse. You need most of those games are you're touching the screen to play it. So
yeah.
Stockjock, it's gonna. I mean, it's their counter. Like, I guarantee you, that's what's gonna happen here. They're waiting. They're only giving us two things. James, your opinion. I think it's safe to talk about it right now. How many new releases do you think we'll get for the remainder of the year? I'm gonna say 2.
0.
Really? I'm telling you guys.
I mean, they have to give us something. Like
they
have to.
Well, rehashes. This is the year of the rehash. So we might get 2 more rehashes.
Last year was the year of the rehash. This is the year of selling out their
Ollies. This is the year of Ollies. They'll all end up.
I know. James was very confident. We'll see if he throws out a number.
Ooh.
I mean, boy,
this is compelling, guys.
A disastrous year for them if they don't release a single brand new title. I mean, that might be the writing on the wall.
Let's go new releases, James. New releases.
Yeah, new releases. Rehashes, they're going to do that all the time.
Yeah, I don't know.
2 sounds like a pretty realistic number.
I think we're going to get
7 this year if you're counting rehashes. We've already gotten 2. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. No, we're talking new titles.
Yeah, I don't think we're getting any more new titles this year.
Does Ms. Pac-Man XL count as a new title or a rehash?
It would be a rehash.
An XL.
Yeah,
that's
okay.
Because it's a different form factor.
Mike, pull up James's comment. Here we go. 2 new.
2 to 4 more rehashes.
2 new. I'm telling you. And James is so confident about that I'm sold on it.
And you think it's going to be Robotron, one of them?
It could. I'm leaning towards Robotron because what else would it be if it's a new release? Like
Robotron and track and field.
Yeah, right. I agree, Jay. I know if we haven't seen anything we're approaching June. I mean,
guys, that's why I say 0.
When did Pac-Man XL come out? We were in Cleveland. I did the review on it. Okay, so we went to the Cleveland Gaming Classic.
Great review, by the way.
Thank you. We're talking fall. We are talking fall on this stuff.
Yeah, I guess the years of them
James is saying Christmas,
giving us a new title every 3 months or whatever it was, that must be long gone. Because
I don't have the energy for that.
Entire year.
Saying Fox hinted Evo. There's 2 things. Zod is not sold on this. There's 2. I'm gonna say 2. So until then,
for the fact that we would have to go the
average review,
wait till Christmas, that's insane.
It's better than a poor review.
I think one of the reasons why I'm going to qualify my reasons for why I don't think there'll be anything new, because of the way that the holiday season has been. I mean, the holiday season was all kinds of sales and markdowns. So all they're going to do is, the idea is going to be liquidating their stock so that they can start fresh next year. That's why
they've been liquidating. They've been, and when you see prices start going up, it's good because when they do a sale,
all I know is I'm very confident I'm going to get my Time Crisis for $4.99
when they do a sale next. Because most of everything's like back to regular pricing. When they drop something so extreme and we jump on it, something new will come out right then and there. And then you're like, shoot, I just bought this for $2.99. Now you're going to get lured to buy something else.
So when Time Crisis hits $4.99, that's when we know we're getting Legion.
When something goes, like when X-Men goes for like $2.99 and people are like, I'm
oh God, X-Men at $2.99,
something new is going to come out.
That'd be worth it, man. 100%.
Or like Golden Axe. Golden Axe drops to $2.99. Something.
Wouldn't you be irritated though if Golden Axe dropped down to $2.99? Wouldn't that be like?
I'll be irritated if I never get my marquee from Savos for Golden Axe. By the time that
Savos is taking forever.
Oh my gosh, I have like 4 things I ordered from him before everything.
It's only been
else
6 weeks now. Give the guy some time.
Give the guy another month and a half. It'll be all right.
Remember when Jesse did the
working
review
in China
on the Star Wars topper? Remember how long ago that was? That's when I ordered.
I just remember Jesse's
wouldn't that have
reaction.
been something, Zero? New Wave Toys coming out with Smash TV Robotron.
See, now that's what New Wave Toys should have did.
What does that do for you though? Like you buy that, like I want.
Are we talking like New Wave Toys on a 6 scale, like a 6 scale version?
I thought they were gonna make a full size. We were in Cleveland and we were talking about a full size.
No. They want to make cigarette machines. That's what they want to do. That's their life.
They don't want to come up with some bigger cabinets to give a little bit more competition here. The control deck for Golden Tee is a start, but I don't know. They got to start making some bigger stuff.
We need bigger. Bigger is better at this point.
I mean, guys,
and whatever company can
with the pinball, like to get Next Generation, to get all these Addams Family. I mean, no one's.
So you're gonna get the Star Trek pinball?
I will when it comes down, guys. It's $2,000.
That is.
Oh my God.
Because you got to get the SSF.
Kidding me?
Yeah.
I mean, everyone in their review specifically said you have to get this kit.
For $2,000, we better get a date with 7 of 9. I mean, come on, man.
I mean, that's a lot of money.
$2,000 for a pinball, for virtual pinball.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's insane.
I'm not in any rush to pick it up. It's gotta come down.
Phil, I don't think you're in any danger of not being able to buy it whenever you want it. You know?
Right. There should be no FOMO there, Phil. You're all good.
Yeah. I'm in the same position. I'm waiting. I would love to have it, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait this one out. Yeah, we're definitely gonna wait this one out.
But I would get.
You'll get your price.
I get Star Trek. I that's the one I get.
If they come out with a Next Generation skin next week though, and they've fixed that game.
Let's say,
I'd be I'd be sweating a little bit.
Whoa, James, you didn't get it? You didn't get the SSF kit.
Oh, really? Oh.
Okay, honest opinion here, because I watched Bill's retro game. Like he sold me on you have to get that kit. Is it? Do you even notice if you don't have it? Is it that big of a deal? Because I'll tell you what, guys, there's no way I'm going to do it after the fact.
Right.
It's either they install it or I'm not doing it.
So if you bought it not knowing what the difference was, would you really? I guess that kind of makes sense, right? Like if you didn't know what you were missing.
Like on your arcade one up, Mike. I mean, I'm fine with this. Like, there's nothing about that. Like, people are like, are you going to add games to it? Are you going to, make? I'm totally good with the stock.
Yeah, I mean, there's 10.
It
10
serves
games
its purpose.
Right.
I'd like to have a topper on there that I ordered, a year ago, but
that's for another time. Oh, so Star Trek has no lag. Okay. I thought there were people out there saying that it did.
Lag is becoming a subjective thing at this point.
Now,
is.
Okay, well, so what do you think of P-Dub saying that it's not 4K with Next Generation? Like, he was pointing out.
Yeah, I did see that.
I watched his short,
and he would know because he's a pinball expert.
Well, no, you couldn't read like the cards in the front.
MG.
You couldn't
That's
read.
true.
What do you? Is this like a prototype that's out, or is this like the legit Next Generation pinball pack? Like, is this is it going to get better? Will there be an update?
You would think there would be, right? If their whole thing is now 4K.
Probably just download, just get my At Games puck and see if I can buy the pack and just play it on my TV.
You can't read the instruction card on most of them.
Really? Because it's that. Wow.
That's dumb. I can read the instruction cards when I play pinball on when I play pinball through my PC using the Zen pinball.
Gallagher guy, you know what the thing is I'll get bored with it. I have to have a couple different. It'd have to be like a specific one.
Well, you got Marvel.
Like, there was
pinball,
one you
so
really,
you're good right
really
now.
loved.
I know there's something about Star Trek because it's of my dad and all this stuff. It's just like
it's just iconic. Everything
great.
about it.
Yeah,
I'd probably take Star Trek over Back to the Future. I mean, it's just because.
That Back to the Future game's fun.
I think I would.
No,
The
just
skin.
the skin.
Oh, okay.
10K for one game. Yeah, that's the thing. That's it, and it weighs 900 pounds.
She'll
and it
kill
would
me.
take up half your
Yeah,
room.
Godzilla
Oh,
money. Let's go pinball money.
I can't get any money right now. Okay, I'm still in timeout.
Pinball money. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta figure out a way to make it rain so you can get that Godzilla pinball money, Mike. Come on, buddy.
Yeah, it's
how
only
you gonna
10K.
get that? How you gonna get that thing in your house?
Yes.
I mean, who needs a couch?
I do.
I can stand it. Well, you
not-
definitely do.
Not gonna get rid of my couch. That's why I'm hesitant to get another cabinet because I'd have to get rid of one of my couches.
God, Godzilla is 15,000.
Yeah.
The first 3 vehicles I bought that didn't even equal $15,000.
Can almost buy my own ship for that.
Yeah.
Star Wars.
Thanks,
Wars
Gallagher
reference.
guy. We may have had some copyrighted material with the ET theme song playing, so I'm sure I'll get slapped for that.
Yeah, you'll have to
Who
cut.
cares?
You'll have to cut it out of
I
the
don't even
video.
care anymore.
But it's just
As long as we could do it right and have fun and do what we get put out there, what we want to put.
I mean,
out.
it was a
I don't
commercial for God's sake. People saw it for free when it aired.
The commercial.
And you can see it for free on YouTube.
It's not like the
Phil,
holidays.
dude, I just got an email the other day. It was like either yesterday or the day before. It was Nostalgia Power episode 17 when we did the X-Men. One of the commercials, the X-Men commercials had the X-Men theme song. That just got flagged, and I just got notified yesterday for it. That was what?
Wow.
3 months ago.
3 months ago.
Yeah. Yeah, it just got flagged. And it's like, well, you could edit it out or clip it. And I'm like, you know what? Screw that. I'm not clipping it. Let it stay.
Clipping it for what?
Yeah, for 5 seconds of audio. Like, are you
That's a
kidding
little
me?
late to.
Yeah, I mean, well, no, you can't be monetized. I'm like, whatever. I don't even care.
Well, we'll talk backstage. We'll get an update on the currents. But
yeah. Anyways, yeah, it's probably about time. I mean, we've been going on for an hour.
We'll go over
hour
the
and a
poll
half.
here. I just
Oh my god, I forgot about that. Yeah. Hold on. So 48% of the people say that Atari ET version was a bad game. 37% misunderstood, not so bad, and only 15%, I feel like, sarcastically said it was good. I don't hate it. I'll say that I don't hate it. I was definitely it was misunderstood, not so bad.
It's an underrated masterpiece.
I'm just reading James's comment. These live streams are so sensitive. I ran into something when I was doing game nights. Like, you say the littlest thing or anything, like, you get. It's so sensitive. Yeah. I don't know what the difference is between a live stream and like a video I post, but
dude, James, we did the holiday special. We just jumped around, watched like a few seconds of the movie here and there, and without sound, and yeah, I got in trouble for that. So I don't know what it is.
Jefferson Starship.
Yeah, it was the Jefferson Starship part of all things.
And I don't even think anything played. I didn't like to say it out loud. Like it was just showing. It was just showing that scene.
If you would have showed me that quick scene without any audio, I would have had no idea what it even was. But the bots picked up on it.
The bots, because it's all AI algorithms now. It's not even people doing it. It's AI algorithms that automatically kick in and flag stuff.
Yep. Well, I'm getting in trouble for all the wrestling shorts because they say I'm uploading graphic and violent content. I'm like, it's freaking pro wrestling. So
graphic and violent.
Yeah.
Like you're uploading the scene in RoboCop where the dude gets blown away to pieces in the boardroom. Right. Like you just keep uploading that over and over.
Very graphic part of that movie, like.
Oh, there was a couple graphic scenes. The guy who got the toxic waste dumped all over him and his face was melting off.
Well, remember how Murphy got his got his leg blown off, his arm, body parts, man.
How was I allowed to watch that movie as a kid?
And then there's a kid's cartoon. We're selling toys.
Well, the whole movie
where they actually show the guys shooting Murphy in the opening of the cartoon. They don't.
And then he's Red Foreman. On top of that, he's Red Foreman.
Well, he was he was like a whole coke empire, right? A cocaine empire that he was running in,
and now he's the most loved father in the world.
Yep.
Saying spirits, it's gonna get to that point, man. It's gonna eventually get to that point because people just make their own content because at this point it's like you can't use anything, you can't really. But it's funny how you can create stuff based on other things. Like I said, we'll be able to release these like sequels and these AI trailers and stuff, sequels to real movies and stuff, and that none of that will get flagged because none of that will be copywritten.
So I'm curious to see in 3 months if we get a flag for showing some ET stuff.
Showing the ET commercial.
I was
probably
worrying about that.
Why so late though? That just blows my mind. That why all of a sudden I just got one.
Before we end the show, can we just get an update from Stock Jock on how his arcade is going? I know he had to paint last. Just an update because he showed a video.
Yeah.
Where are you sitting right now? How's it looking?
Yeah, maybe we're all AI right now for all we know.
Yeah. That's why I look so sharp today. I almost look like AI.
I mean, is this really Zod?
He looks like sharper image.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they getting tagged on AI songs? Like, is that true?
They're trying, but
like if you were to make a song like you've made songs in the past, but say you just did a new Michael Jackson song and used his voice, Could
Well,
you
those are
potentially-
interesting because people are doing that, and they actually just uploaded a new Michael Jackson song called "Bad Attitude." You should hear it. It is amazing.
Sounds like it's him, probably.
It's him. It sounds like it's him. Unbelievable. In fact, we should we could probably play it out here because it's what do you call it? I mean, it's AI, so it won't get flagged.
I'll tell you what, they might pick it up.
I'm already in the dog
any
house
music.
right
I
now.
would not chance any music.
This close already to being in bigger trouble.
Okay, here's the update from Stockjack.
Carpet is in the house. Ran out of time today to get the carpet pad, so it's installed. Getting pushed back to next week. Vader Dave's going to help with the wiring.
Ooh, is he coming down for? I know he's a Philadelphia guy.
Is he really? I'm going down to
Yes,
Stock
there
Drops
he is,
Way
MG.
next week. I might meet up with him next week.
Are you?
I'm
You're
gonna
gonna get down to
yeah.
the Tampa area?
I'm
That's
going
awesome.
next week. Yeah.
Really?
That's
Are you gonna go to
awesome.
any theme parks?
I don't think so. We're only going for a couple of days. See, I don't think we're gonna have time.
We gotta
We gotta
talk with-
visit my wife's dad. She lives down there, he lives down there.
That's who bought you the Golden X, right?
Yeah, that's right. They bought it for me. They found it on Facebook down in Florida, and when they drove up to Pennsylvania for some reason, they brought it with them.
We got to talk with
23
Biggie.
out.
We got to lock something down. He bought plane tickets for
Oh
October.
yes, yeah, we do. Yeah,
We got to figure that out. So I know he wants to talk about it. I told him I
maybe
push here. So, well, have a safe trip. We'll see everybody in 2 weeks then.
Yeah. No stream next week unless. No, if I'm flying and I'm only bringing a carry-on. I'm not checking a bag, so I won't be able to. He won't even be able to bring my laptop.
I'll have Nostalgia Power video tomorrow and next week though, in the absence of the live stream.
There you go.
I got a good one for tomorrow, guys.
So there's something. I'll be uploading a whole lot more of graphic and violent wrestling clips, so stay tuned for them.
Soon, Zero. Sorry, I've been running around so much with the warm weather. They're coming. I'm trying to get the wristbands required thing. It's tough running around on the weekends, but soon.
All right, guys. Good night. I
See
gotta
ya.
run.
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.